what is this nation? What is this government? What is this regime? What is a state? Until we know what we want to build, then we cannot build anything.
Babu Owino, the Member of Parliament for Embakasi East, during one of his presentation, asked a very pertinent question to us, the youth, and to every Kenyan citizen. One, he asked, do you understand what a government is? Do you understand what a regime is? Do you understand what a nation is? He was presenting these during one of his talks in a church whereby they were looking the role of the youth in the nation. Therefore, he said that without knowing what you want to build, then you won't do it. And without too much ado, let us listen to Babu Owino.
Everybody who is here, ladies and gentlemen, today we are here as young people with a mission and a vision. Not just a mission, but a vision to make this nation a better place. A vision to transform the lives of Kenyans for better. A vision for me and you to ensure that Kenya becomes a better place to live in. And therefore, today, as we talk about the role of the church and the youth in nation building, then what is this nation? What is this government? What is this regime? What is a state? Until we know what we want to build, then we cannot build anything. From the definition, we start with a nation, which is a group of people coming together with the same culture, same principles, same laws, same regulations, same rules. That is a nation. Therefore, we talk about a nation of doctors, a nation of teachers, the Luo nation, the Kikuyu nation under same culture, the Mulembe nation, and the national nation, which is me and you, under the same constitution, same laws. That is a nation. Then we cannot talk about a nation without a government. A government is the executive, is the legislature making laws, and is the judiciary. That is a government. Then we talk about a regime. Regime, talk about the Kenyatta's regime, Moi's regime, Kibaki's regime, we have Uhuru's regime, Ruto's regime, and then Babu Owino's regime also coming. Regimes come and go. The government is there. Then we talk about a country. What is a country? Country is defined by its boundaries, the territory. Then lastly, we talk about a state. What is this state that we talk about? According to the Montevideo Convention of 1933, there were definitions of a state. That number one, a state must have a permanent population. Permanent population for a state to exist. Because we want to build a nation. What are we building? We must have a state. A state must have a permanent population. Number two, a state must have a defined territory. That is a state. Number three, a state must have a government. And we said a government is the executive, the legislature, and the judiciary. And number four, a state must be in a position to transact with other states. to form treaties. 4, that makes a state.
This is a very basic civic education that I believe most of us as Kenyans, as much as we want better leaders, as much as we want competent best leaders, we also need to get to know what is this leadership that we are yearning for? What are the responsibilities of specific leaders that we are electing into specific capacities as leaders? And what do we expect them to deliver at the end of the term limit before we conduct another election? Because most of the time, we do get when the next regime comes, you get people saying that, oh, the previous regime was better than this regime. Then you elect another regime. The same goes on. The previous regime was better than this regime. So does it mean we are gearing towards a dead end and we should be moving towards a development oriented space? Why is it that each and every time we keep lamenting over the current regime and comparing it to the previous regime and also acknowledging that the previous regime was better than the current regime? Yet, when that previous regime was on board, we were also complaining. What could be the problem here? Is it the leaders that we are electing, or is it we, the electorate? Is it that we don't understand our nation? Is it that we don't understand our country? Is it that we don't understand our government? What is our role as the people? What do we really want to achieve by electing certain leaders? That is the question that Babu Owino is putting forth. It might look as a simple presentation, but it holds a lot of waters, trust me. You know, we have been doing politics and commentary on politics for a very long time. Like for me, I do political analysis 365 out of 365 days. That means each and every day in a year, I'm here on a camera giving my political analysis, projecting of what the future holds for this country, for this continent, for the world. But do we really get down to do what we call self-analysis? You know, if you want to become a better person, start by yourself. Ask yourself, for me to condemn something, what is my moral compass? Do I really have the authority to speak about a specific thing? Like in this case, before we condemn our leaders, let us get to know their roles. It's not rocket science. Let us get to know these basic things that Babu Owino is actually telling us. Like, okay, you say, what is the role of the youth in nation building? This nation, you have to first of all understand what it is. This building, what is it that you want to build? The economy, issues employment, the health sector, the education sector, the agricultural sector, industrial issues. You really got to know the matrix in these for you to say you want to participate in it. For you to come and say you want better healthcare, you better know the current system that is there. How is it operating? For you to say you want a better education system, you better know how that education system, the current one, is working and it's a module operandus. You need to know before you just get to say it is failed. You understand? So that when the most basic examples you are being told to say what is failing in a certain institution or system, you'll be able to vividly and elaborate it in a way that even a young kid would relate with it. The sooner we get to know those specifics, then we are going to build our nation. But before that, we are not ready. You know, let us give Babu his flowers for this shorter presentation. It is precise but to the point. I'll just give a summary. When he began by speaking about a nation, a people who were brought under a same culture, he gave an example of Kikuyu nation, Luo nation, Mulembe nation. You understand? So from the nation, we have what we call a government. Now, a government is built of the legislature, the executive, and also the judiciary. You understand? And also he talked about a country which is defined by the boundaries, defined by the landmarks. You understand? Then he talked about a state, and he gave an example or a definition according to Montevideo definition of 1933. For a state to exist, there has to be a government. Now, he said that a state must have a permanent population of people. Now, all these, I will summarize it under one thing. Oh, sorry, he talked also about a regime. So, regimes are defined by individuals. Yeah, like he said, the Babu regime, Ruto's regime, Uhuru's regime, Moi Kibaki's regime, the Moi's regime, Kenyatta's regime. So regimes are defined by individuals on how they take up onto the system and move on with it. So I like it when Babu Owino did say this thing. Without knowing what you want to build, then you won't be able to build it. What is your take? Give me your thought in the comment section below. If you love content of this nature and you're watching from my YouTube channel, kindly subscribe and press the notification button. So anytime that we are live or we upload content of this nature, you'll be the very first person to be notified. Ahmed Khalif is my name for the unscripted talks here in Dab Radio. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuhu.
Kwa timba kali za Afrika, Dab Radio ndio mpango mzima.